Honestly, the key to not bouncing is that you have to move right with your horse, and it's not easy to do that well, but it's super important. You know what really defines a good rider is their seat. And when you're able to stay connected to your horse, not only does it give your horse confidence, but it also gives you confidence. Alright, hello everyone, I'm Amelia, and today's video is about how to stop bouncing in the saddle. Not only is it embarrassing when you're bouncing in the saddle, but it's also super uncomfortable for your horse. It's not very nice for your horse's back at all. So in this video, I'm going to give you a few tips to help you move with your horse, connect to your horse with your seat, so that you are not bouncing on their back. So this is Jock. Also, if you want help with your rider position, if you want to improve your seat, check out the description below. I'm doing a 30-day rider position challenge that is going to be epic and just really help you work on and transform your position in 30 days. So first of all, when we're talking about bouncing in the saddle and thinking about sitting trot, it's always first of all important that you get your horse warmed up. So you really want your horse to be like forward and round in the posting trot before you start doing the sitting trot. And the reason that this is super important is because you want your horse to be using their top line. And in order to be using their top line, they have to be round and forward. So I always warm my horses up first in posting trot and just really make sure, like, hey, get in front of my leg, get round, have this kind of going for me before I start my sitting trot. Now, the key to not bouncing in the sitting trot is actually what we call the illusion of stillness. So even though it looks like I'm sitting still, I'm actually moving a lot because I'm moving to absorb the motion of my horse. So like my belly is moving, my back is moving, my hips are moving, everything is moving to absorb the motion of him. If I stop moving, that's what happens. So you could see really quickly, if I try to sit still, now I'm bouncing, right? You see that very, very clearly. Good boy, Jock. And Jock is wonderful because he's really tolerant, but when you're bouncing like that, it's very uncomfortable to your horse. And so it's really important that you are moving in your hips, moving in your seat, and really following the motion of the trot. So let me show you again the correct way. Again, I want my horse to be forward. I want my horse to be round. The reason that it's important that your horse is forward is because if you have to constantly be squeezing and kicking your horse, trying to keep your horse going forward, that's going to tighten your hips and your seat, and it's going to make you bounce in the saddle. A really good exercise to work on your sitting trot is to try posting for maybe like a half of a circle, and then you can sit the trot for a half of a circle or a quarter of a circle, and then if you start to lose it, go back to posting trot. It's really important that it's quality over quantity when you're focusing on your sitting trot. Now let's go up to the canter. So the canter is a very different motion. In the canter, your horse's back is like a wave. So there's an upbeat, there's a level beat, and there's a downbeat to the canter stride. But again, even though it looks like I'm sitting still, I'm actually moving a lot with my horse. So my hips are kind of swishing from the back to the front of the saddle. If I stop moving my hips and if I try to sit still, Now I'm bouncing like this. See how my butt is flying out of the saddle. So honestly, the key to not bouncing is that you have to move right with your horse. And it's not easy to do that well, but it's super important. You know what really defines a good rider is their seat. And when you're able to stay connected to your horse, not only does it give your horse confidence, but it also gives you confidence. Good boy. So I've got to be moving right with him. Boy. And it takes a lot of years and a lot of practice to figure out this motion and to figure out how to stay right with your horse. And every gait is a little different. Every horse is a little different. Oh boy, buddy. There's like a ton of horses galloping in the turnout, but he's keeping it together for us. Good boy. So I hope this video has helped you, give you some ideas what you should do if you're bouncing in the saddle. Always remember, get your horse round and forward. It's going to be a lot easier to sit them. Focus on quality over quantity, and then remember to move with your horse. So it's not about sitting still, it's about moving with your horse. If you want more help with your rider position, check out in the description. I have a 30-day rider position challenge that's open right now for enrollment, and it's going to be awesome. So I hope to see you inside the challenge.